90 some degrees today, and from what I hear down in Texas, if you're in Texas, I'm sorry, it's like 120, 125 real feel. I think temperature's around 100. Have a couple friends down there that are dying with all this heat. So if you're raising animals in the summer heat, this is one thing you need to know. These Cornish cross, when they are getting upwards 6, 7, 8 weeks of age, you have to go up and make sure they are moving around and getting up and getting water, because if not, they get so big and so fat that they won't move around and they won't get up and drink water, and they will die from not drinking water. I think it was 2 years ago, we had 125 degree weather here, and we had to go up 3 or 4 times that day. Like, it was like every couple hours. It might have even been 5 or 6 times. It was every couple hours we'd have to go up and spray their feet down and spray the top of their tractor to cool the metal. Well, what happens when you spray their feet, it forces them to get up and move around. And once they get up and move around, it's kind of like, oh, well, I guess I might as well mosey over here and get a drink of water since I'm up. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that, how to properly do it. And then we're gonna walk around here and check on all of the animals and make sure all of their water is full, because it is hot today. I know I said we're gonna do Cornish, but I need to get these goats first, because I can see their water bucket right now after recording that little section that it is getting low. So I'm gonna get them some water. Now it was pretty full, but it was dirty, so the ducks and the geese attribute to that. They come in here and they stick their whole beaks in it to clean their sinuses out, and they just get mud and all their feed and everything in there. So we have to clean it out a couple times a day anyways. All right, we're up here. So I gotta go unhook the sprinkler. Now these guys, you don't have to really worry a whole lot about them when they're 5, 6 weeks old. They're not very big, and they still get up and move around a lot. As you can see, they're eating. They're not panting at all. Their wings are hardly even spread out. They're good. Now, the only thing you have to make sure is that their water's working and they have water. That water's 3/4 of the way full. It's in good shape. That water's full. Yeah, that water's half full. It's in good shape. So these guys you don't even have to worry about. We're already halfway through the day too. So now the last thing you want, especially with these Cornish cross, is dehydrated birds. Dehydrated birds don't eat. We've had birds, and I'm telling you guys this from experience. We've had birds, we've come up after a couple hours of feeding them and their feeders are still completely full. Well, when we checked their water, it was working, but after walking away, it had quit working. So them not drinking water, they didn't eat. And what does that do when you're trying to raise meat birds? They don't put on weight. So you lose weight at the end of the process. So they end up being less weight than they typically would have been when it comes time to processing. So another thing that comes with experience is strategically placing your animals where it's going to be shady at the hottest part of the day. See the dogs and goats? They're under shade. We knew it was going to be hot. This is where we slowly moved them towards, and we knew it was going to be hot this week. So we slowly moved them towards this area. And look, I haven't filled their water except for this morning, and it's still completely full. They haven't even touched it. They don't even have to fill it. They've been in the shade all day. It's 90 degrees out here, but it's shady. You're not going to know all this stuff until you've been on the land for a while and you've been at your place for a while. You understand where the sun hits during the day, where the shade is, how much water these animals drink by experience. You know, you've been raising them for several years. You know they drink a lot of water. See, look at these guys. See the difference? These guys are in the shade, but they're still panting. See how their wings are spread out? Look at this guy right here. See how his wings are spread? He's hot. Now, they still have water, but see what I mean? It's been a couple hours, this water isn't working. So we need to get in here, make sure it's working before we leave, and we need to spray their feet now. Now keep in mind, the goal is to not stress them out as much, but to just make sure they're getting up and moving around. So that's all I do, just spray a little bit, see how they're moving now? Now if it's really hot, 100, and they're out in the direct sun, you're gonna wanna soak the inside of there pretty good. All right, their water is working, they have plenty. We're gonna go ahead and spray in here a little bit and see how they move around a little bit, get some up. It's okay if you get a little water in their food, they'll eat it. There we go. See, now watch. Protect the ground, drink a little water off the ground. Look, he got up, he walked all the way over to the water and got himself a drink. That's what you want. Successful. Now this one's in the sun, so this one also has less chickens, so it's probably not as bad. But still, we're gonna come in here, spray it down. I can see their water right now is not working, and that's why we check on them. Put that aside. See what's going on with the water. Their water is empty, so likely malfunction. Just spilled all the water out of it. Put this door back on here and fill it up. It's unlikely that they drank it all, and to be truthful, we might have missed this one this morning, but that's why we check a couple times a day to make sure they have water, because we're not perfect. All right, it's full and it's working. I don't really know what happened, so anyways, all right, that's done. All right, everybody's good up here. Let's go check on the pigs. So Maddie wants me to scare these geese away real quick because, well, we still have geese that are laying on eggs, and the two females are taking turns, but one of the eggs rolled out, and apparently the geese won't let her put it back in. So I'm gonna scare these geese so she can do it. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, don't bite. Don't bite. Are you gonna come out? Here, let me see the egg. You gotta go from there? Okay, they're probably gonna bite you, but it'll be worth it.
Her bite's not strong.
Anyways, they're sharing eggs for whatever reason. So she'll lay on them for a little bit, and then Rose will come in and
I know why. Because pig eggs died, we think. So Rose laid Etra, and now she's laying on Rose's new eggs.
Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe they'll hatch. And then you guys can sell the goslings. Okay, pigs. Hello, piggy, piggy. We moved them this morning too, by the way. New spot. Ah, piggy, piggy. Oh, Mom must already came up here and give you guys fresh water. She beat me to it. Hi. See, they're in the shade. They're eating the grass, rooting around. Happy pigs, guys. Not much else to say about that one. We are down to 5 goat babies now. We've sold 5 of them so far. Interested? We still have 5 left. All right, so I'll show you what I do for these layers too. Since layers are only going to travel so far for water, you want to make sure that you strategically place water around your property if you're free-ranging hens so they have an opportunity to get water. I have a 5-gallon water here. I have that water there. And I'll show you what I have over here. And we have a pool right here. See, there's even a chicken perched on the side of it. They also like to come over here underneath our fruit trees and lounge in the shade. They love coming underneath our little Chinese maples, under our rose bush here when it's alive, hanging out underneath that. Look at them lounging. Their wings aren't spread out or anything. You literally wouldn't even know it's 90 degrees. Bottom line is, cool water, have shade for them, at least have a place where they can escape to. I mean, we have all these lilacs, and I guarantee you if I went through right now, there'd be chickens in them. All right, now the brooder box. The brooder box, they haven't had any lights in a few days, and these Cornish are only 2 weeks old, so I come through and make sure they have water. It's a little dirty, so I'm going to go ahead and change it, and then also put some fresh pine shavings in there because it's also looking a little dirty. All right, fresh water, clean bedding. On to the turkeys. I didn't get a lot with the turkeys because they are starting to get really flighty, so I got to be quick because otherwise they jump right off the side and I have to chase them. Anyways, fresh bedding, clean water, good to go. Almost forgot food. If you guys have any questions on why we do things or how we do things, please put them down below in the comment section. I will absolutely do my best to answer anything I can. That's going to be it though. We'll see you in the next one.